You know, thinking I'm back. Look, I gotta be honest, Magic the Gathering as a game and as a culture has been really unappealing for the past couple years. And, I may make up as many excuses as I want, but I'm not gonna make videos on stuff that just doesn't really interest me. And in general, the culture kind of became predictable and boring the more normie it became, especially after with the introduction of PewDiePie in Arena and all the normies just filling in. I just felt incredibly disconnected from the game. All the controversies surrounding the game were just so minute and just annoying, just simply annoying. Ever since MTG headquarters, Unsleeved Media fell off the face of the earth, and he went to go do his fucking quarter pounder cheeseburger thing, whatever, it just got really fucking boring. And people like me kind of fell off because we had nothing interesting to talk about because there just was no real interesting controversy. Plus, the game itself has just been a fucking wreck. I mean, have you seen Standard since like 2017? It's just gotten worse and worse and worse to the point where they're banning Chase Mythics like Omnath, 2 weeks into release, if that. So, honestly, there was just nothing really interesting to talk about. That's why I just threw random stupid videos on my channel because I had no real direction or what I wanted to do, except something came across my feed today that, I don't know, it lit a fire underneath my ass and it made me feel something that I hadn't felt since fucking Spranklegate 3 years ago. And wouldn't you fucking believe it? It's about racism. Yay, everybody's favorite topic, right? And it's two-part, really. Mostly I want to talk about this weird Judge Academy thing that's been happening where somebody took art on a card and tried making a joke and then everyone lost their fucking minds over it. But you can't really talk about racism without talking about the huge bans that happened a couple months ago. And that's with cards like Crusade and Invoke Prejudice and some other stupid cards that are implied racist, so they had to be banned out of the game forever because Hasbro needs to make money and it looks bad on their PR if there's like KKK members and okay, let's be honest here. Invoke Prejudice is the only card that would be in question, but even still, that's a piece of Magic history, and to ban it for those racist connotations is a spineless move in general. Everyone pretty much has agreed on that, and if you disagree with that, you eat paste. I'm sorry. You eat high-grade industrial paste and your brain cells are just deteriorating at an incredibly fast rate. I mean, it doesn't really make sense if you're going to ban the card Crusade, which is a white card that refers to the Crusades, but all white creatures get +1/+1. Okay, I can kind of sort of understand the connotation with banning that, but you're not going to ban another white pump card called Honor of the Pure, implying that white creatures are pure. I don't know, it seems really fucking inconsistent, right? But for today's video, what I really want to talk about, I want you to look at this card. This is the new art for Teferi's Protection. It's a nice little gesture, right? It's a cute picture and an even cuter flavor text. Seems really innocent and innocuous, right? Now, take a look at this card, Fling, from Stronghold. An older card, sure, but still playable today. You don't really notice anything about it, right? Right? Well, what if you took the art from Teferi's Protection, right, the new one, and you put it on Fling? Right? It's this little comedic connotation of flinging something away, throwing away the baby, right? That seems pretty funny, right? Like at a surface level, you get a chuckle out of it, right? How many fucking times am I going to say the word right? Good fucking God. But no, it seems that a bunch of people, a bunch of people, okay, a very select amount of people. Let's be real here. Everyone who's mad about this on Twitter and the internet are very much in the minority. But people got mad at that. For what reason? Racism. You know why? Because of things like the flavor text on that Stronghold Fling. Now, imagine if that art was put on a different art for Fling, right? Like, I don't know, maybe the Dark Ascension version or something with a different flavor text. It would still be a bit crass and a bit rude, but it would still be funny, right? And it would be harder to misinterpret as racist. Why is it interpreted as racist, though? Because if I recall off the top of my head, the flavor text refers to something like it's raining rats and mogs. So let me get this straight. People like Ricky Hayashi and Jerry Thompson and Visa MTG and some other esteemed members of the Magic the Gathering community like Cameron Lauder, all these people, they equate black people to rats and mogs because they feel that this is offensive due to that context. They created the context saying that black people are comparable to rats and mogs. Are you following me here? This makes sense, right? Like, because it doesn't make sense to me. I feel like I'm having a fucking aneurysm explaining it. Like, I want to read these things. Like, okay, here, I'm just going to read this. Okay, so the post on the Discord with Ricky Hayashi. Meanwhile, on the Judge Discord, and then they scratched out the names. Who cares, dude? Just fucking talk about it. Just expose the people. If you're gonna go for the throat, go for the fucking distance. Regardless, here's the card with 11 laugh reactions, right? Because it's funny. And then Woodbye, 10 out of 10. Pretty supportive, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but maybe our sense of humor hasn't evolved to the social justice standard, the Marvel Black Panther standard. Okay, and here's Unnamed Oracle. If you don't see how the Teferi's protection altars are racist, please understand how blandly predictable that is. It should be obvious, and that people can claim that it isn't condemnation of the culture that supports it. I'm tired of explaining wet to a fish. I think what's more staggering is the likes and retweets, but honestly, there isn't enough responses to the tweet that made me really understand that people can critically assess and agree with stances like this. When people say things like this, it feels like they're just speaking on a surface level out of passion, out of a reaction, right? Maybe that's a product of internet culture, but whenever I see people pulling out thesauruses to come out with things like this, no, dog, it just comes across as just disingenuous. Like, how can you say something like that and not further explain why it isn't that thing? Why can't you say that it should be obvious, but then not explain it, right? Oh, I understand why things are the way they are, but if you want me to explain it, go fuck yourself. Are you kidding me? Like, here I am defending my position by implying your racism by saying that you're equating people of color to animals and fictional creatures, right? Am I missing something here? Am I the one that has brain damage? I've taken LSD. I've fried myself a couple times before, but good God, I didn't think that I just destroyed my own psyche that much to where I couldn't even make that fucking connection. Didn't Dungeons and Dragons just go through this same thing, right? Dungeons and Dragons has orcs, right? And people, for some reason, equate black people to orcs, right? They put them on that same level. That's the same thing, right? It feels like it is to me. I don't know. And then Visa MTG, the fucking Instagram star, and just another check mark for the representation. The players who made the racist altars need to be banned. Why? Why should the people who made racist altars be banned? It's Photoshop. It's not an altar, you fucking retard. The judges who shared and left the racist images need to be removed. Why? It is laughing and thinking thought crimes. That's all I'm thinking of. Thought crimes. Sure, whatever. Jesus Christ. If they're not, this community is once again tolerating racism. If you have any information or know who's in charge, get this started. And then her own response, at Judge Academy at Wizards Magic, I want confirmation that something is being done. God, what a fucking Karen. Go fuck yourself, Karen. Shut the fuck up. Again, you don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, man. I'm just hyped up, dude. I'm not going to lie. Like, just seeing this type of retardation just flow through the feed again, it feels like fucking Christmas for me, really. Because it just reaffirms that these people don't go away. Not only do they not go away, but they are never, ever satisfied with how much you pander to them, right? No matter how much you pander to their little needs and their little demands, they will always find something to bitch and moan and complain about. You know what? Fuck them. Fuck them. Why should we have to listen to them? We shouldn't. We should be making fun of them like I am right now. But no, if we actually take these people seriously, they're just going to take a bit more, and a bit more, and a bit more, like they already have with the game. Okay? That's a big part of the reason why there's such a large disconnect in the Magic the Gathering community is because after Spranklegate, or around that time, I'd say around like 2015 or so, there was just this divide, and it got split up by corporate representation and just catering to a bunch of offended people because they pay too much attention to fucking Twitter, right? All they do is sit in their Twitter circle jerks. It's fucking stupid. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to me rant here. Since I caught you here at the end, let me just say, yeah, I feel like I am coming back. Probably going to be coming out with a video in another year and a half. Who knows? Maybe if you all are good little boys and good little girls, I might have a video for you by Christmas. No fucking guarantees, though. However, I do make music. I make electronic music. You can look it up on SoundCloud under Science in Disguise. I just released a new album. I'll eventually put it on YouTube, but I'll put the link here for you. You can listen to it. It's some weird electronic music. I like it. Well, I like it because I made it. Hopefully you like it too. Anyways, my name's Stacy Snackies. You all been wonderful, and I'll catch you on the flip side.